I hope you are getting on well with the structure of our first lesson. Well done for coming to see an optional extra. We start with a ramp and an empty baked bean can. So I'm going to hold the can at the top of the ramp with just my finger. I won't push, I won't pull, no extra force at all. It's time to think. You don't have to be wearing this hoodie, but boy do I wish I owned that. You do, however, need to think. What you need to do is predict what happens next to the can. What physics can you use to explain your prediction? So here we are, ready to lift off my finger and see what happens. Remember, I did not push the can. I did not pull the can. I just lift my finger off the can to release it. So here we are to watch the demo repeated. The can doesn't land in exactly the same way, but it still doesn't do what you might have predicted before you saw the first time. The can doesn't roll forwards down the ramp. So you might need to pause and have one more think about the physics of why that happens. Okay, so I need to admit that I was a little misleading. The empty can isn't quite empty. Inside I have placed a big lump of blue tack. So now try and use your physics to explain why the can rolls up the ramp backwards instead of down the ramp forwards. If you want the answer when you're ready, you know what to do, or you should do. If you have seen this one before, don't do that. Move on and try my second puzzle demonstration. So before I show you this one, I'd like to tell you that no food was wasted in the making of this video. So this demonstration involves 2 eggs from my box. I have numbered them 1 and 2 for ease of identification. I spin egg 1. You'll notice I then place a finger lightly upon the top, and it stopped spinning before it started to roll down my uneven worktop. Egg 2. I spin this, and this time I place my finger lightly on top and it doesn't stop spinning. It continues rotating. Why? Okay, so you might think, I get this, I know this, I know this. I want the physics of why. I'll tell you about the eggs. So you might know that egg 1 and egg 2 are not exactly the same. And you'll see this when I crack the eggs. Egg 1 is actually a hard-boiled egg and was delicious in a sandwich after this video. Egg 2, you will see when I crack egg 2, that this is indeed a raw egg, which I have saved for our tea tonight. So use physics to explain what you saw with the spinning. So you've had 2 puzzles to think about, and there is a chance you've seen both of them before. So I have done one more. Now this one is my favourite one, and I do hope you like it and that you haven't seen it before if you've got to here, because I specially ordered in test tubes just so I could do this one. Let's see if we can get you thinking about physics with puzzle number 3. So here I have some oil. It's just ordinary cooking oil and a test tube. I'm taking the test tube and I place it into a rather mucky old tea towel. It's ready for the wash anyway. And then I hunt around in my kitchen trying to find a rolling pin because I forgot to get it out ready for the video. So with rolling pin ready, I smashed the test tube to bits. Smashed test tube, broken pieces of glass. If you look carefully, you will see lots of shards of glass. I tipped the glass into the cooking oil and then ready for the magic, because this oil is magical oil and I can mend test tubes using oil. There we go, one complete whole test tube. Obviously this is not magic, this is physics. So how did I do it? As you start to think about this one, I do need to confess and be honest first. there's not one test tube, there are 2 test tubes. Well, there's not anymore because one's wrecked, but there was 1 test tube in the oil before I started videoing, and this puzzle is solved by thinking about why you couldn't see it. I hope that between the 3 of those demonstration puzzles, there's something to get you thinking. And if you have a good think and you've got an idea and you want to know the answers, you should know what you need to do. Good luck! Regular review gets a better grade for you. Regular review gets a better grade for you. Don't forget to
like,
so that I can keep making the videos.
comment,
Especially to request other revision topics.
subscribe.
So you can get notifications of when my next video gets uploaded.